If I say qualities of husband material.
Yeah, qualities of husband. Yes, welcome back, our viewers. We're talking about husband materials, so that you men will not stay too long on the shelf. Very, very important. And that's my baby.
Yes, sir. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm just checking myself out. This is Ola and this is Yemi. Yeah. So, like, welcome back to the channel. I mean, in the last episode, we were discussing about husband material. And I was asking Ola, I said, what are those three credentials that make a man become a husband material, so that it's not left on the shelf, so that all those qualities that make the woman to say, you know what, go on her knees and say, I want your leg or your hand in marriage. I mean, this is not old-fashioned, like a man going on his knees. We're not talking about that kind of old-fashioned. And that's the topic I'm still going to bring to you, that is it okay for a woman to, remind me, is it okay for a woman to go on her knees to ask for a man's hand in marriage? Is it okay?
Men will get scared of it.
No.
Some men will get scared of that.
Because the world is, life is changing. Seriously, we're not talking of this old-fashioned whereby it's supposed to be for a man to know that. Yes, we get that, but in this stone age, every woman will like, what a man can do, a woman can do better. What a man can do, a woman, and all this woman empowerment. So sometimes they think, why can't we to put ring on the man's hand? It makes it, then they start to fight this feminist issue. So, is it okay for a woman to start putting ring on the man's hand, or to ask, or going on one knee to ask for a man's hand in marriage? Is it okay? Something you ought to look look forward to.
Drop in your own comment on that.
Yeah, it's something I'm going to discuss, because I think is an issue. And people like all this Western world become women empowerment. Oh, I got my house, I got my job, I got my this. So when I'm talking, don't talk. That's part of women empowerment. Can you see? So it has to worship me. I'm just talking here about husband material, and then you're talking.
Husband material. So in terms of husband material, so the husband have to be someone that listens. Subject. So woman have to, the man has to be subject to woman.
Yes. Just look at the Queen of England. Her husband is a subject.
Yeah, but for royal, it's kind of different.
Then your wife has to be a royal. Your wife has to be a royal to you. Yeah. Okay? So that's when you have to know that you just have to worship. And to be a husband material, let me tell you one thing. This one thing you men must have to become a husband material. You first, number one, make sure you are down to earth. Yeah. Okay? Down to earth means you got to respect your woman. You have to learn how to like obey. You have to first know how to obey, abide as well, and be down to earth and be humble. Understand? Yeah. Don't be headed. Don't be big-headed. Yeah. Don't be full of yourself. Don't be thinking of yourself too much. Don't have the man ego in your head, because all that won't make you be able to have these husband material qualities, credentials that men are seeking for today. Okay?
You mean like women are seeking for?
No, men are seeking for husband material. Men are the one that are supposed to be husband. Women are seeking for in men. But women are seeking for. Thanks for coming to my rescue. That women are seeking for today. They want men that has respect, men that can bow, men that can, honor and obey. All that you have to, and men who are not big-headed or full of themselves. And lastly, don't have men ego in your head. If you have a man ego in your head, go for a therapy, go and get rid of it. So just don't have any ego.
So are we talking about working class women here now? The kind of women we're talking of?
Yeah.
That might be them working class women.
Yeah.
Upper class not to be husband material to the upper class snobs.
To be a husband material, okay, let me tell you, you don't have, okay, you can't, don't say you, is it only for upper class women that's this husband material applies to? No, don't get me wrong. husband material applies today to all men. Let me tell you, when I was younger, in my younger days, men settled down at the age of 20, 22, 20, at least 25. You're no more in your father's house, you already have a wife, you have kids. But today's stone age, I'm seeing men in 35 to 40 still single. You understand? You go to singing, oh you single lady. Now it's like, oh you single man. The music.
But do you think is it the men's fault, or is the woman that is not even that setting too high standard for themselves?
No, women don't set too much high standard. Don't go there. No, today I think men set too much high standard for themselves. One thing about men, they're getting full of themselves, and one thing about men I think is because they seen all this, like, oh, exercise 10 pack, all those body pack, and they just want to show off this body for so long, and being that they're going to stay long on the shelf, because who cares about you? This 10 pack is not going to last forever. Another thing is that some men as well just like to lavish money on themselves. They love themselves too much, like to lavish money on themselves. They don't want to expenses. They don't want a situation where they start looking after, oh, they want to eat their cake and have it. They don't want her to have kids. They want to have fun. They want to come to you, marry, if you want to marry her, but they don't want to have kids. Okay? Now they want to stay in that life of single, enjoying life and bubbly without no responsibilities. In that, you're going to stay as you're going to be on the shelf, and you're going to have husband material. That's what husband material. So if you be an husband material, make sure you want kids, you love kids, and you're ready to babysit that kid when your wife go to work.
So I'm not half husband.
If you want to put it like that, that's fine. But I'm saying husband material here. Okay, I'm not. So what about when the woman is the one sitting at home? What about when the woman is the one sitting at home? So what's that then?
So the husband material has to be able to be house husband.
House husband.
If they need a rights.
God bless you. Thanks for coming to marry. He knows. You see, he knows. He's been there. So husband material has to know how to babysit. You must babysit your baby. You must be able to cook. You must be able to wash clothes. You must do dry cleaning. You must be able to make sure, and most of all, you must know how to cook. Don't cook nonsense. If you can't cook, go and learn how to cook before you go and cook before you learn how to before you marry. Don't say, oh, my mom does the cooking. Look, nobody wants to marry mommy's boy.
That's fine.
No woman like mommy's boy. So if you're a mommy's boy, you need a lot of training, and no woman of today are ready to start teaching one mommy's boy. I want a man. Women want a man that has already been trained by his mother or by whatever his relationship is had. He's learned something along the way. He's full of knowledge physically in the kitchen, in the house, and also in the bedroom. He knows everything. Understand? And also he's hands-on. Okay? You want a man that can actually paint the house, do the carpenter, do the plumbing, drive your car, be your mechanic. Everything, all that.
Do school run.
And do school run. Thank you. Thank you, yes. Thank you for coming to my rescue. And you have to be able to do school run and do it effectively and put a smile on your face when doing it. You understand me?
So know
how to shop and responsibly, and don't waste money and buy what is being told you to buy. Make the list and buy everything in the list. Don't come back home and say, oh, my dear, I forget something. Go back to the market and go and buy it.
Mind you, is when men do shopping, I mean, we can do that on a different topic, but when men shop, men actually stick to the list than women.
Yeah, that's why they become husband material.
Yeah, men, I mean, we can still discuss that in our next video, but so I mean, it's typical of husband material, but men can actually stick to the shopping list.
All this thing I'm saying, I'm not against men. Please don't get me wrong, because I have a son as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm only saying, trying to help lonely guys and men out there who have been single for so long. I'm really feeling sorry for you and trying to give you I'm just trying to be your relationship expert to rescue you from the shelf, and so that you don't expire and they don't just throw you in the garbage. Because I've noticed today's men, they're going to 40 and 40 plus, and they're single without no kids, without nothing, and it's not fair on themselves, on their parents, you know, because even if your wife is the one, if you think your wife is the one controlling you or do this, nobody's gonna know out there, but they know that you're settled. They know you got a wife.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And when you go out, you put on a good smile, so everybody will think you're happy. So nobody's gonna know what's happening to you, and what's happening to you, nothing other than being sending on an errand. Is that an issue?
So which means husband material should be able to pretend to be happy outside.
You should be happy. You must be happy. You must be happy. Without don't try to be happy. Be happy. Enroll in some English school and learn how to smile.
Yeah.
Enroll in some white school where they can teach you how to smile, different type of smile. You understand me? Smile is not about whether it come natural or doesn't come. It doesn't have to come natural. If you come to England, you will learn how to smile without going to any therapy. You will just go with yourself a white friend. You will start learning how to smile properly. That's it. So what's the problem? So for me, and like I'm telling you, my viewers and all of you out there, you understand, I want men to be more like, I want a man that be husband material, and especially for you men, be husband material so you can get a wife. Because there's no much women out there in the world anymore. There's too much men than women. Yeah, there's so much men in the world than women, so we have not much women. So the little women that's there, believe me, you men, you have to battle among each other, and that's to be competition. Because when they say, oh, there's a lot of women there's a lot of women, who told you that? Who told you that lies? There's not a lot of women. Every day in the hospital, boys are being born. How many girls are being born? So in no time, women will have to end up marrying 2, 3, 4 husbands just to save the planet. So please, the world now for you guys is already a competition. So compete, try and have that quality of husband material so you're not left on the shelf. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you in the next video.
Just saving your life. Subscribe.